Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast.
Man. Again.
A loss Thursday night.
Yep.
Jacques! Welcome to your favorite show, y'all. Hey, man, the Tennessee Titans just played yesterday on Thursday night against the woeful Jacksonville Jaguars. We still came up with the loss, man.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
Hey.
We're 0-2 in the division.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's not good. Season
not good,
just started, man.
Just started. It's so the season just started, and it feels like we almost close to the end of the season.
I know, this is unbelievable, man.
It's a sick feeling, dude. A sick feeling, man.
It is. And you spoke a while ago about how usually we don't play the division games until the middle end of the season, right? We're starting right off. Two games out of 3.
And I don't like it. I don't like it like that. At least split it up in probably maybe the middle of the season,
right?
And then the latter part of the season. But this at the beginning of the season, man, this is intense, man.
It is, man.
This is intense. 0-2 is division.
It's unbelievable, dude.
Start out, it's scary, dude.
And we talked about in our preview. We felt going in, I think everyone felt, the Tennessee Titans was a better team than the Jacksonville Jaguars, player for player.
Historically.
Exactly. Then you got Gardner Minshew, a 6th-round pick, rookie, that's in there looking like Brett Favre.
Mustache, man.
Exactly.
Mustache.
2 touchdowns. And the touchdowns he had were real pretty throws. Yep. Mm-hmm. He should have had 3 when D.D. Westbrook had a drop, right? I mean, Gardner was out there throwing the ball. I mean, he really was.
Dimes, man.
He was, man.
Like you said, credit to your point, man. Hey, Gardner was killing it, man.
He was, dude.
Just to see a 6th-round pick to come out there and go through his progressions. And granted, his offensive line is better. So I do give him credit with that.
Right.
And he's put the ball in placement where only the receiver could either drop the ball or catch it. And that's what he did.
Yes, sir.
And it was smart to challenge the outside. Something that Brissett did, but he really didn't do, was challenge our DBs. And I seen Butler get challenged again.
He did.
He's aggressive.
Yep.
Getting turned around. I said, okay, just stay in your lane, man. Stay disciplined.
Yep.
And you'll be okay. But we made, like you said, we made Gardner look like Brett Favre.
He did.
Or the other 6th-round pick, the GOAT,
Tom Brady, exactly.
I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but, I mean, that's what the Titans made him look like.
Exactly, they did. Minshew Mania is in full effect, and I wonder what they'll do when Nick Foles comes back if Minshew, does well.
Right.
So.
But, this is a weird team, dude.
It is, man.
Because he went off, but he didn't go off.
Right. He was 20 for 30 and 204 yards.
And we held him to 20 points.
Exactly.
It's a weird team.
I mean, Kevin Byard said himself, we shut the whole team down. And we did. I mean, we did really. You know what I'm saying? We really did. And, again, it's our offense. Not playing well, the offensive line. And, of course, we're going to talk about the line and we're going to talk about Marcus Mariota. So, be ready.
Man.
Be ready because we coming for y'all for real.
The Mario sympathizers, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, man.
You got to be realistic, dude.
Yes, sir.
Got to be realistic.
Yes, sir, man. So Jacques, we lost, as we mentioned. Mm-hmm. So what would you say are your 3 reasons as to why the Tennessee Titans embarrassed the city at that, embarrassed the state? On prime time, exactly. So what are the three reasons why we lost?
Number 1 reason, the O-line. I'm about to destroy the interior O-line,
Get
man.
Him, Josh.
It's trash, dude.
Get him.
We got rid of Josh Klein, Spain.
Yeah.
We got rid of Josh Klein in Spain to put Douglas in there. Jamil Douglas.
Man.
Come on, man. I mean, Calais was killing him, dude. At the point of attack, Calais was pushing him back. I'm like, come on, man. That's what most of our pressure. They had 9 sacks. Saxonville came back.
They did.
You heard chirps all day. Duval, Saxonville. And I'm sitting there like, the prior week when they played Houston, I don't even think Calais maybe he had a tackle, not even a sack.
Agreed. He hadn't had a sack all season.
And then you get to where we are interior. But that goes back to coaching. Now, granted, Arthur Smith is a rookie offensive coordinator. We keep forgetting that because we put our standards up here. We want to win now. We want to, hey, you got the position. We want to make sure you're doing it right, and we want to make sure you win now. Scheme, okay. We know Dean P schemes on defense.
He does.
You have to scheme on offense. When you know you have a depleted offensive line, you have to make some shuffles. You got to shuffle people around. You got to figure out, okay, we need to put some extra protection back there to protect Mariota. Okay? I would have had Henry back there as an extra lineman.
Yes, sir.
Or extra protection. I don't care. Somebody chipping at somebody because Calais is coming up the middle. There shouldn't be no reason why he has a clean slate to come through and smack Mariota right in the chest. No. Shift your running back down. Henry, hey, you chipping him the whole game. Chipping him or blocking him. So that's one just reason that we lost the freaking game.
Yes, sir.
Number 2, missed opportunities. Okay, let's get on Adoree, man.
Get him, Jacques.
Let's get on Adoree. Okay, Adoree's confidence has been shot ever since he got injured on, what was it, last year?
Yeah, that's it, yep.
And, okay, so as a coach, they tell you to play your game, right? Play your game and play with control, all right?
Yes, sir.
We know back in college at USC, Adoree was an amazing punt returner. Dude was one of the best, man.
Right.
One of the best. So that's one reason why we drafted him, okay? We know he ain't really got no good technique being in the corner, but he tries, okay? So we brought you here to be a return man, a return specialist. Now, his rookie year, he looked good.
He did.
But
absolutely.
Taking big hits, it messes with your psyche, okay?
Yep.
It messes with your psyche. So to me, what it looks like, he has coaches tell him, hey, field the ball. Or don't field the ball. Field the ball, don't field the ball. He's getting confused. So if you notice, the last time when they went out there and the Jags punted, he ran away from the ball. He literally ran away from the ball.
He did.
I'm sitting there like, dude, you have to have confidence. Have a short memory. Your memory has to be short when you play this game.
Yes, sir.
You're going to make mistakes. You're going to get chopped up. You're going to get burned. Okay? Also, miss opportunity number 2. Okay? Mariota, number 8, baby girl. Baby boy, come on, man. You got me over. You got me discombobulated. Dude. I rock with you. I've been rocking with you since you got here, man.
Yes, sir.
Okay? This is your 5th year in the league, okay? You can't teach a foot placement. You can't teach how you got to plant with your foot when you throw the ball, okay? That was a couple of opportunities that I seen. And what really, the biggest opportunity that pissed me off was when he threw it to Tajay Sharp. Tajay Sharp, it came off the line, chopped up Jalen.
He did.
Came through, ran his route, beautiful. The ball sailed this way on the outside hash.
Yep.
Tajay was in the inside hash. Hold on. So Tajay looks up, and the ball's this way. Okay, that tells me 2 things. Either Mariota threw it the wrong way, or Tajay ran the wrong route.
Yep.
And if you know historically, if you've heard chirpers in training camp, Tajay runs beautiful routes, and he does. He's one of the best route runners we have on the team.
Yes, sir.
So I can't say, hey, Tajay, that's your fault. You see what I'm saying? Now, if this was Corey, I can be like, yeah, Corey, maybe you did. Or Taywan, either.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you get, follow me. That's another missed opportunities. I mean, you setting balls are sailing over your head. You missing wide open receivers. I mean, come on, man. Like I said, I've been rocking with you since you got here, dude. And it's time to be held to. You need to be held accountable, man. We know he's going to get in a press conference and say, hey, it's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault.
Yep.
Also, a third reason why we lost.
Yes, sir.
Started slow, okay? We started slow. And it started with Adoree.
It did.
It started with Adoree. When you down 14-0 with a stagnant offense, it's hard. We can get the run game going, but we didn't stick with it.
Yes, sir.
They were stacking the box. Henry couldn't make no plays. I understand the offensive line not blocking for you. Mariota getting destroyed. Then all of a sudden, the second half come around, we start spreading it out, start taking shots downfield, doing this. But it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late.
It is.
It's too late. Next thing you know, you 20-7.
Yeah.
3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. You can't come back.
That's right.
What about you, Hawk?
Man.
What was the 3 reasons why we lost, man? Give it to me.
First, the Foot Locker boys. I mean, the referees.
Oh, yep, right.
The referees, right?
Come on.
Tom Brady, during the game, even said, look, man, I'm tired of watching this game because there's so many penalties, right? Mm-hmm. Unbelievable amount of penalties. I think it was 9 penalties against us.
For 101 yards.
Exactly. The first half, it was 7 penalties in the first half alone, just by the Titans.
This was the favorite.
Holding.
Exactly. Holding.
Right. Look at the Logan Ryan play. Do you guys think that was a pass interference? Not at all, right? The Malcolm Butler play was a little bit close, too. So there were certain plays, certain calls that were being made by the refs that were really bad, and it slowed the game down, on top of it raining all day, right? And so you have to look at the refs like, and before the game, they stated that this ref crew had the most penalties that they called so far last season, right? The same crew. Right. So you have to look at, like, why were there so many penalties? It made the game boring.
Boy, it did.
It did. So if I'm not a Titans fan, if I'm just a regular Joe Blow watching the game, I'm doing this with my remote control. Right. I'm cutting the game off because it was that boring. It was so many penalties. And so the refs didn't even give them an opportunity. I'm not a person that makes excuses and say, oh, the refs, the reason why we lost is because of the refs. I'm not going to even say that, okay? Right. But just be honest. If Tom Brady saw this, and other people, even the people on the radio stations and even on television were saying the same thing, that has to be facts, right? It's not an emotional thought, it's factual. And, you have to look at some of this like, man, the refs really impeded the Titans. And Jacksonville didn't get that many penalties called on them, unlike us. I don't know why it's like that.
Only 4 or 5, maybe?
Yeah, something like that, right. It wasn't many. So, next, if you go back to the preview show, I clearly said, if Marcus Mariota throws the ball more than 25 times, we would lose the ball game. We lost, didn't we? You know how many times he threw the ball? 40 times. He threw the ball 40 times. Now, someone will look at the stats without looking at the game and think, man, Marcus Mariota was out there balling. He had 40 passes, 25 for 40, 304 yards. Oh, that's an 81% passer rating. Oh, he did his thing. But he had no touchdowns, right? And honestly, if you watch the game, you will see it was so many opportunities that were missed by Marcus Mariota. He got sacked a lot. A lot of the sacks was his fault. He's sitting there standing around. Throw the damn ball. Right. Throw the ball. Get it out there, right? And the thing is as well, when you look at him passing the football, you know, Tajay Sharp, again, as you mentioned, wide open for a touchdown. Corey Davis, wide open for first downs, things like that. So instead of going 25 for 40, he could have probably went 31, 32 for 40 and at least a touchdown. But what that lets me know as well, Derrick Henry only had 17 carries, right? Yeah. I know he didn't have a really strong game running the football, but, you know, being down 14-0 up front, it's kind of difficult. But, you know, we could have had some scores. We could have had 3 points at a time where we should have kicked the field goal. And we wait for it like this prolific offense. We can barely score anywhere. Last year, our red zone offense was terrible, just like they are right now, right? Kick the field goal. But again, we have Marcus Mariota throwing it much more than he should have, and we lost the football game. Last, the pass rush. We had 0 sacks. 0. Where's Jarrell Casey? Where's Cameron Wake? Where's Harold Landry? Where's Isaiah Mack? Where's Fitch at? 0 sacks. Are the Jags offensive line that cold? Are they the old Dallas Cowboys in the 90s? No. So we got no quarterback pressure. Gardner Minshew right now, after the game, went to the club, he probably put a stick of deodorant on, went straight to the club, and just started dancing. His jersey was clean. He had no sweat, no marks, no nothing. We had no quarterback pressure. So we talk so much about our defense and how we hold it down. You can't win football games and you get no quarterback pressures. Think we played Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady this same, man, we'd have had 50 on us because we're not pressuring the quarterback. So a terrible job by our defensive ends and our defensive tackles not pressuring the quarterback. You can put Jeffrey Simmons in there when the rookie, but again, we don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? We can't just anoint him like he's going to be the next Reggie White. We don't know yet. So those are some of the things that I saw, man, that was as to why we lost.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Now let me ask you this, Hov.
Yes, sir.
Concerns. What's concerning you going forward?
Man, dude.
Going forward, what concerns you?
Bro, we could probably talk about that for 50 hours straight as far as the number of concerns. But if I was to give you a simple concern, it's number 8, Marcus Mariota. It's a concern. I mean, I wouldn't just say completely bench him right now. If you look at his stats, it's probably not worthy of that. I mean, he has no interceptions. He don't have a lot of touchdowns. I think how many touchdowns he's had in 3 games?
3, maybe
2 or 3. It ain't many, right? He had none against Jacksonville, right? But Marcus Mariota, if you watch the game, you'll see how inconsistent he is throwing the ball, how uncomfortable he looks throwing the football. Right. He had one stretch in the third quarter, he was throwing the ball. And I was kind of like, okay, that's kind of cool. But that's very inconsistent. You're saying 1 quarter out of the whole year so far where he was throwing the ball okay. Marcus Mariota, it is a concern, and we got to start looking in the future as far as what we're going to do with him. I think that's a major concern. So what about for you?
Man, I'm piggybacking, man, Mariota.
Okay.
So my thing about Mariota, his first 2 years in the league, man, when he was on the Wiz and Hunt, statistically one of his, it was his best year, okay? Right. And after he got hurt, we know it just changed. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So you remember, one point in time, he had the highest red zone percentage in the league.
Right, in the league.
In the league. If he was in the red zone, it was automatic.
Yep.
Automatic. That's the Mariota that, like I said, before the broken leg or whenever he had his broken leg, he was perfect, man.
Yeah.
He was trending up. But after he got hurt, that psyche, man, and I understand the offensive line, I get it. I definitely get it. Yeah. But I can't make an excuse to the point where, okay, your offensive line. You look at statistically in the league now. You look at the league.
Yes, sir.
Watson has historically had a bad offensive line since he came in the league.
Absolutely.
Andrew Luck. Now, we know Andrew Luck's retired because of his offensive line.
That's true. That's facts. That's right.
But I've noticed something with them versus Mariota. They get the ball out. They throw the ball downfield.
Yep.
That's one thing that differentiates it. That's different. That's where they differ.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
You follow me? And so that's a concern going forward for me, and I'm just trying to put my hand on it. He is what he is. This is what he is.
He is what he is.
We have to accept it as Titans fans. If we're going to go forward, if you got the Mariota sympathizers, if you guys want to go forward with them, then you're going to accept mediocrity, okay? We're going to be mediocre. Accept it. Just accept it. 9-7, 8-8, 6-10.
Yep.
5-5. This is what you're going to have to accept. You got your good days and you got your bad days. You take your good with your bad.
Yes, sir.
I keep hearing this whole thing, well, there's no quarterbacks out there in the draft. There's no quarterbacks in the free agency. Okay, fine. Fine. If we're going to play it like that,
yes, sir, right.
Let's keep them.
Yeah.
Keep them.
Keep them.
And then what's going to happen? Hey, you're going to hear the fans. Why we not going to the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Why we not winning 10, 15 games? I want to be like the Patriots.
Right.
Well, you go number 8. Maybe you can get you once you get your quarterback.
That's true.
Just saying, man.
Agreed, man. So, in the loss, what was something that you saw? Was there any more concerns that you saw?
Concern-wise, no pass rush, dog.
Yeah, man.
No pass rush. You just iterated on it.
Yeah, man.
No pass rush. That's inconsistent also.
It is, man.
It's been inconsistent for about 4 or 5 years.
It has, man. It has been.
I want to say since 2008 when the Titans went to when they were 13-3 and they had Chris Johnson, Brandon Bosch, you had Hainsworth.
Yeah.
You had a line that was amazing, man. And I guess they're trying to rebuild back to that formula, which I see what they're doing with Landry, and you got Casey, and you have Finch, and you're going to have Simmons soon.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be no inconsistent basis where we're going against mediocre lines, and we can't even get a sack or a pressure.
Right.
We got more sacks on the Colts line last week, and that's one of the best offensive lines in the league. And you let Jacksonville's offensive line bully you and push you around?
Yeah. It's
something going on. And I think once Taylor Lewan comes back, and you add him back in the lineup.
Yep.
If I was Arthur Smith, what I would do, I would Taylor Lewan, my left tackle. I would move Kelly to the right because Conklin is kind of struggling.
He is struggling. He's struggling in the right tackle.
I would move him to right.
Ask Calais Campbell.
Exactly. I'll move him to right guard. I have Sappho at left. And I have my center. Test it out.
Right.
Test it out. Because if we're gonna keep number 8, you gotta build a wall in front of him.
That's right.
What about you?
Agreed. So for me, something that's concerning, man, that people might not realize, man, our corners didn't play well either, man. And Gardner Minshew's a rookie. So he was in a position where they allowed him to throw the ball. He wasn't in a baby situation where it's like we're just gonna just make him because Leonard Fournette got stopped. Our defense stopped him. He had one big carry, but he only had 57 yards rushing. So again, no issue there with us tackling and things like that because that's something we did better than we had been over the past 2 weeks. We did tackle well, but look at Malcolm Butler. You continue to see him in a trail position, right? And he's going against DJ Chark, Marquise Lee, D.D. Westbrook. I'm not saying these receivers are just, right? But they're not anyone that just jumps off the charts, right? So Malcolm Butler has been getting tested and he's been losing. Or Dory Jackson's getting tested and he's losing. Logan Ryan's the only one that's being consistent. He got beat on the D.D. Westbrook drop. I mean, it happens. No one's perfect. But you got to look at, are you having more positive plays or negative plays? And our defensive backs, the reason I'm saying I'm concerned is that we haven't really played against any top receivers. Not really. We got Julio coming, right? We got the Chiefs coming. We got Michael Thomas and the Saints coming, right? Teams in the future coming. We got Mike Evans coming. So, okay, how are we going to do against these guys, right? In a one-on-one situation. Because a lot of times, man, we play man-to-man defense, right? We have our safeties over the top. And our safeties have done a great job. Again, nothing down the middle. They've done this so far. Both Byard and Vaccaro have done a great job. But the corners are starting to worry me just a little bit, where I was not that worried as much. You know what I mean? So, I doubt if we trade up to get Jalen Ramsey, that would be great.
That'd be dope.
It would be. But I would love to bring in a top corner if we could. But, I'm not going to say that's the top concern, but that is a concern that people aren't quite talking about is the inconsistent play of our corners. Not our safeties, but our corners.
Now, you remember coming out the draft. You remember who I said I wanted? When that year Dory and all them came out the draft.
Tre'Davious
White.
Right.
And if you look what he's doing with Buffalo, he's killing it, man.
Right.
He's
Absolutely. So I tell you what I noticed, man, that I think is promising, Jacques.
Okay.
I think, man, despite us losing, I felt that Corey Davis, he didn't have a lot of catches. He had 3 catches. But when his number was called, he made the catches. He had the one-hand catch to play of the game, really.
That's killer, man.
Corey Davis, against Jacksonville historically, he has had games he hadn't had any catches, right? Jalen just completely locks him up. But he did a really good job of getting open despite only having 3 catches. If he's going to be your wide receiver number 1, you got to give him some targets. Right. And I will say, out of the targets that he had, he made the most of it. Then look at Adam Humphries. Adam Humphries had 6 catches and 93 yards, right? So Adam Humphries played very well. We brought him in here for that reason. So I saw that. It was a little bit promising where Mariota was kind of, throwing it to them, though inconsistent. They could have even had better numbers if the ball would have been placed where it needed to be. Corey Davis could have had at least 1 touchdown. Right. Jacksonville's defense, Calais Campbell had 3 sacks. Yeah. Josh Allen had 2 sacks. Yeah. They was all over the field. But when they had the opportunities, when they got the ball thrown to him, even Tajay Sharp he had 70 yards on 2 catches. Yeah. So when the opportunities were made there, they did make the most of it. So some promise. What about for you?
For me, man, some promise here. We took shots downfield.
We did.
Something that I said in the other show, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's take some shots downfield. So what that shows me is Arthur Smith is willing to go back to the drawing board and figure out, hey, what do we need to do better? What opportunities did we miss in the previous game? And in the Colts game, we didn't take enough shots downfield, which we should have. We took shots downfield against a top-ranked secondary. Okay, we just couldn't execute on it. But going forward, I would love to see us continue to take shots downfield because we have the weapons to do it. Right. Like you said, Adam Humphries had 90. That's what we brought you in for. Yes, 91 yards.
That's
okay.
Right. That's right.
Corey Davis, like you said, had the catch of the day. That one-hander out the air. That was amazing. You see what I'm saying? We have the weapons to do it. Yeah. Maybe, like I said, take shots downfield, but spread them out. We should be at 5 receiver sets, man. Hey, because I'm going to say this. At least with Malarkey, we had an identity for this offense. It was smash mouth, right?
Right, correct, right.
What is our identity with this offense? Can somebody tell me? What's our identity? We want to run the ball, but then all of a sudden we get these receivers, now we want to throw the ball. Yep. What's our identity? What do we want to be? But that's one promising thing that I did see, and I did like it because we did it against a top-ranked secondary. Yeah, so when it comes to these mediocre secondaries, I feel like we can put up some points.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
One positive, we took shots downfield.
Yes,
good job, guys.
We did, man. We did. So, all right, y'all. Well, listen, that ends the show, folks. Thank you again, as always, for tuning in to the show.
Yes, sir.
You know how we do, man.
Hey, like, share, subscribe, turn your notification bell on.
Yes, sir.
Let's get to 300 subscribers. Share the video, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it up there.
Yes, sir.
We love it, dude. We love the comments.
Sir.
Keep them coming.
Yep.
Keep them rolling. Keep the discussion going.
Yes, sir.
Also, hey, I want to pose a discussion in the comments. Do you guys think we should sign Mariota to a long-time extension, 2-year extension, 1-year extension? What would you do if you were John Robinson or Coach Vrabel?
Absolutely.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments and we will respond.
We will respond.
Actually, we'll post the question and you guys can just reply from that question.
Exactly.
So you can also, as well, if you want to email us at TennesseeTitansWeekly@gmail.com. We're on Instagram as well under Tennessee Titans Weekly. We're also on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7. Again, thank you for joining the show. We'll be back. We got them Atlanta Falcons.
Tighten up.
Dirty bird it up. Let's get on out of here. Yes, sir. Pooh.